Hey, welcome to our boat story. It's another day and we're continuing our solar project. Today, for the first time, we got solar panels. We bought the Power Queen 24 volt 200 amp lithium battery, and you missed it, but we installed a new backup camera slash security camera. If you look, it's right there. So that is my new backup camera. I'm going to go on the roof here and measure out and see how these solar panels are going to work out for us, and we're going to try to install those today. The temperature is going to be around 60 degrees, 58 to 60, which is, we need anything over 50 to get that VHB tape to work, and then we'll have to make a quick run to Lowe's, our hardware store, and get some track to put those solar panels on. A lot of stuff arrived. Our harbor master here has been busy accepting our packages, but so we got most of our stuff is here, and I think we're ready to go up on top of the roof and explore how we're going to mount these. I have 68 by 45 inches, so we're going to go up on the roof, get our ladder out, and see if we can find some spots for it. Alright, so now that we're up here, the question is where we're going to put them. My thoughts, of course, were put one here, put one there. We'll see how that works out. Then I'm hoping we can lay one here like this. If not, we're going to have to lay it like that, and I'll probably hang over. So that's our look, and see if we can, let's go measure this thing, see if we can fit them. All right, so shadows is one of those things we have to look at, and you can see right here our direct TV dish is casting a shadow there. So if I put the panel this way, partially going to be covered. My thought is maybe putting it over there that way, and see if we can avoid getting the shadow on. And that's my thinking anyway. I'm going to take a look at this. All right, so Alex worked on the next project, which is
painting these angle irons.
All right, so we got these angle irons to hook up the to mount the solar panels. Alex is spraying the galvanized, but we thought maybe a good coat of paint would
paint right here.
Yeah, Rust-Oleum paint would protect them some. So just letting them dry for a little bit and then turning them over and painting the other side. All right, another very exciting note: Starlink has arrived on Mahalo. So this is not its final location. This is where it got stuck today. Eventually it's got to go up on the roof. So Starlink has arrived, and looks like we have about 200 some odd 50 megabits per second down. So very exciting right here anyway. So we're excited to have Starlink on board. All right, so we got our channel struts here. And we're going to cut it off. I think that's 74 is what we're thinking. And we'll try the first ones, and then we'll paint it white. Right, Alex? Mm-hmm. Then we'll paint it white, and then we'll try to mount it onto the boat, which is over there. All right, so Alex and I just cut some of these up. We've painted them white, and these are the ones for the front. And you notice these are bigger than what you may have seen some other YouTubes. Here's one that's smaller, and that's for the aft. We don't need that height, but we have a skylight, one of the hatches that the panels have to go over. So that's why we decided to get on the bigger ones, the higher ones. But anyway, so these are painted now. We're going to go and move these. Yeah, we're going to move those and go on the top of the roof, see if we can mount these. All right, so we painted the Strut Channel struts, and we put, of course, masking tape on the bottom, and then we're going to wash that with acetone. Alex is holding that one there, and we're just about ready to go on the roof and clean the roof off with acetone, and then try to glue these down so we're ready to go mount a panel. All right, so Alex is going to pass me the struts. I'm going to try to pick it up, and I may have to put the camera down to make that happen. Here we go. Yep. All right, we're up here. I think someone once said it takes 5 to 7 times longer everything you do on a boat. It's definitely true for this. And you'll see this channel, which looks really, really good until you start doing this and you go, okay, there's a terrible gap here, terrible gap there. It's not a flat roof. And so we'll actually have to either cut it in half or cut it to where we can bend it so that it conforms, because half of it is fine over there and half of it is fine over here, but you can't stay in one piece. I can't bend it that way. And the same thing goes over here. You'll see that this here, you can see right there, it's not a flat roof. And without being flat, I'm gonna have to cut it so that it can somewhat mold to the roof. That's my thought anyway. Alex is bringing the grinder. There he is right there. Thank you so much, Alex. All right, got my cutoff tool. Gonna do some cutting. So we cut that in half, so it's flexible and will bend a little bit. We got our VHB tape right here. I'm going to peel that off and then we're going to stick it down. So see how all this works out for us. I'll put you over here. It's a little windy, so things are blowing away. Trying to get the red stuff off. Not as easy as it looks. This tape is really strong. 3M says it's like rivets. Get one more. Stick it down. Really won't want to come back up again. It takes a couple of days for it to get its total strength, but from what I can see, good contact. And the strut is down. All right, next one is going to be right here. And we're gonna have to cut these because you can see the different heights. Surprisingly enough, even though I had to cut that one because it was a hump in the middle, this one, the roof was perfectly flat. So I was able to use the whole strut in its entirety. And it's down really good. Okay, gotta work on the wings. See if I can get those down. Acetone here. Well, we made some progress yesterday. We were able to hook up the Growatt here and a panel, and we got it hooked up to the battery and to our Wi-Fi. So today's progress will be hopefully to get at least 2 of the solar panels up on the roof. So that's the target. Here we still have to tie it up against the. Put some ties up here because it's kind of loose right now. It's not even tied up yet. So we're going to have to bring the solar down, which is going to be coming in from right there. And from upstairs, we're going to pass it down. We're going to have to drill a hole down here somewhere and then pass the solar wire into the Growatt. So that's the project going to come up here today, this afternoon, hopefully next 3 hours. Should make some progress. All right, our plan, I think, is one, I'm going to unpack these, but I think I'm going to use those orange straps to put around each solar panel and then hoist it up with one of the boat lines, and hopefully we can get that 50 pounds on the roof. See what happens here. Well, welcome back. We're on the roof, and I couldn't do it without Alex. Alex, how did we lift these solar panels up?
Well, we lifted them right from the bottom right here, where the other 2 solar panels are. We had to haul them up because they're really heavy.
All right, they weigh about 50 pounds, and we use these orange straps right there, just one over the length of it, and then we hoisted it up pretty much by one of the straps and lifted it up here. Not a big deal. We thought it was going to be a bigger deal, obviously. So you missed out on the first panel being mounted. Still have one screw to put in, but I'm going to show you how we do one. So just in case you want to do it and you like the way we do it, I'll put the parts list below in the description. All right, so basically went to Lowe's, got a strut channel right here, and we got the bigger one here because I have a ridge, and the ridge is almost an inch, a half inch or so, and I have a hatch underneath which we never use, and it's kind of nice to have this covered now so I don't have the heat from the hatch. That's also below, so I had to bypass that But anyway, so what we have here is the carrier for the strut channel. We're using a quarter inch 20. Alex painted these. These are 2x2s. Got these on Amazon. I think 2 boxes was like 20 bucks, or with 20 bucks a box. Anyway, so basically what we want to do is mark it. The important part is look underneath, make sure you don't drill accidentally into the solar panel material. So I've got to go like halfway down. I'm going to mark it right here where I'm going to drill. And I know at the second ridge right here, I felt underneath, and it's good to go. 3/8 bit is what I'm using, and what we're going to do is going to put a rivet in here, a nut rivet, so we can tighten it down. Alright, get that done. This is the first time I'm using this nut rivet tool, but it's come in really handy. Basically, this is a 1/4 inch, and let's see here. So there you go. We just screw it on like that, and we put it in the hole, and we push it together. Then we tighten it just a little bit, a couple turns, 3, 4, 5 turns, and we try it one more time to make sure that our rivet is absolutely tight. Then we just unscrew it. This tool, about 35 bucks on eBay. Very, very handy. Now we can just put our bracket there and put 2 nuts in. We forgot the washers, so we're gonna have to go back to Lowe's, get washers, but at least it's tightened down. And probably could have gotten smaller brackets. These are 2x2s that I found on Amazon. Again, 1/4 inch. I got 1 inch on Amazon, 1 inch nuts. Really, 3/4 inch is fine. 1 inch is really overdoing it. These panels here are 38 volts each, so we're putting them in series for 72 volts. We already connected the positive with a negative from one panel to the other, and we're just about done. So imagine doing this 16 times. I'm not going to have you watch it the entire time, but that's pretty much how it's done. The strut channel, we put down VHB tape, 5956 I believe was the name. The thicker the foam, the better it is. Then we used 291, and we sealed all around with Zikaflex 291, just to make sure there's no penetration. Also gives us some more adhesive, very strong stuff. We love that Zikaflex stuff. So there we go, we're all tight. All right, we got it all done. We got the first 2 panels up, giving us 820 watts of power, 72 volts. We put those 2 across right there. Got those brackets. This all looks good. As you can see, I left space. Even if I had to go over the side, I left space so I can access the front. I can lay down the front if I had to work on there. It's very important to have some space. If we're going to add any solar panels, they're going to be flat ones that are going up there, so you can walk on them or lay on them. This I need to empty as well because I crawl down on the sides of this, so all this had to remain as access. Same as the middle here. We're going to have no panels in the middle, just wing over the wings. Got to be able to get up and down these things. All right, so now what we got is this thing right here. We're going to drill a hole right here, glue that on with Zikaflex 291, and then pass the cables down to the Growatt, and we should be good to go for at least 820 watts today. Now I wish I could take credit for using these strut channels and gluing it down, but I can't. I got to give credit where credit's due. I want to thank Tito with Tito RV. This is his own channel. Look him up. That's where I looked and found this and how to glue this on. The only difference is my roof is not flat like his. Boat roofs sort of are curved and concave sometimes, bowed, so you have to work with the track a little bit to make it all happen. But the concept is the same. There was no drilling done at all into the roof panels, so it was just very strong Zicaflex adhesive along with VHB tape, which is instead of riveting, it's a very, very powerful tape, the VHB 5956. All right, let's continue on. Got to drill a hole and put this thing on. All right, I have no idea, as you can see. You get that wire to go down. I have no idea how thick this is. I have a feeling this one is not even being used. I'd love to take it off. But in the meantime, I'm gonna drill another hole here, put the cover on. I just know how thick this is, and I got my hole saw here. Hopefully we can just go straight through, no problem. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Hoping this is the right spot. Well, take two got us through. All right, so now we just got to get the wire passed through, and we should be good to go. I think they told you, it told me, it takes 5 times longer on the boat than on land to do anything. So we're pulling this through right now. Alex finally got it. I don't know if you can see it, but he's down here. There's the wire right there. He's trying to pull it through. Now he's gonna feed it down to the light switch and hopefully down to the closet. But we're gonna have to take a break here soon. All right, so that's where we're at. Oh, well, good morning. Yesterday we put 2 more solar panels on, the last 2. We just made up the extension cables, hooked those up, waiting for the Amazon delivery so we can get some ties to tidy all the wiring up. Here we disconnected it for right now until I can patch this up. So we just crimped this one here, and now we're just going to insert this and close it up. So we're going to have a Y here in just a second. You can see we have 2 Y splitters, one here and one here, and then we're going to hook these up, which are now going to be in parallel. These are in series, of course, for 72 volts each, and then we're going to hook it up. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to hook up the wiring here and crimp some more of these connectors. Well, there we are. Just hooked up the last bit. We got these in parallel connected here. The wiring is kind of a disaster right now until Amazon delivers the wire organizers, and then we'll get all the wires tidied up. But I think the project overall is just about complete. So there you have it, 1640 watts on a Carver 500 motor yacht. Well, welcome back to another project. This time it is Starlink, and we received this dish here I think last week, and now it's time to get it mounted on the top of the boat. We decided we're going to go through the back window and with a seal, and then have it in the Lido deck down below. So right now we got the channel struts cut to size, and we're going to go and put these in there like so, and then mount it upstairs by the DirecTV dish, and that should work out. So follow along for this project. We installed the Starlink in the same channels as we did the solar panels, as you can see, then routed it with the loom through the top of the boat. And then we used looms and 3N clips here, as you can see, and cleaned up all the wiring so it's all watertight. And that concludes our install of the solar panels with no holds. And they have held up for the last 4,000 miles or so on our boat. We've gone over 7-foot seas. 84-mile-an-hour winds, and the panels are performing flawlessly and holding on flawlessly, which we've really enjoyed, going all the way up to Canada, down the Mississippi, and back down here towards Florida. I certainly hope you enjoyed viewing this and seeing how we installed this. If you like it, of course, please give us a thumbs up. Makes a world of difference to our little channel. And of course, subscribe. We are looking for subscribers, so please subscribe to our channels. We really appreciate that as well. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you on the water.